Hey everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel. Today we are going to learn how to paint Abomination and Necromancer from the game Zombicide, Black Plague. These little two fellas are going to get some pretty nice colors on them, so let's head to the table and I'll show you how you do this really quickly, and it has a great effect. For this tutorial we are going to need three different gray colors and white color. We are going to use Vallejo Field Blue, also from Vallejo Blue Gray Pale, Sky Gray and white. Since we are going to paint Abomination in a yellowish colors, and this one will get some pink purple looking colors, we need 4 of those. So for the Abomination we are going to use a Lamenter's yellow and Cassandra yellow, and for the Necromancer we are going to use Carabor Crimson and Drucci Violet. Also, what you're gonna need is 3 brushes. You can do it with 2, it depends. This one is just to get overall miniature dry brush really fast. We need smaller one just to catch a few details here and there. And this one we'll use for applying glazes and washes. And of course you need a cup of water to clean your brushes and some tissue to clean excess of paint. So let's just move everything aside. First few steps, both of these miniatures get the same treatment, and then we are going to do separately washing this and this one. So first of all, you take Field Blue, put some on your palette, and just take some on your brush and really quickly go over the entire miniature. If you leave some parts black, that's okay, it will give some details to miniature. Abomination is going to be yellow, so we are going to apply this more heavily on it, since yellow and black don't work really well together. So we want this miniature to be a bit whiter than others. Now we are done with the Field Blue, and the next color we are going to use is Blue Gray Pale, that is a bit lighter gray color. And this one we'll use to catch details on the miniature. So you take your big brush, take some paint on it and just wipe that paint off, and really quickly just go over the miniature. You see how the details are starting to pop out. Now for the Abomination we are going to do this more heavily, which means we are really trying to cover the miniature, not dry brush, but cover the miniature with this paint. Since it's going to be yellow, it needs more paint just to get it really nice. And of course don't forget to put some of that paint on the base, as we do this with every paint we use, to have nice effect on the end, at the end. Now for the Necromancer we are going to use less than we used on the Abomination. So we are just quickly going to catch a few details here and there. You see how quickly it is? Just go over the entire miniature really fast, and whatever sticks, it's okay. What does not, still okay. And don't forget to put some on the base. When the second layer of dry brushing is done, we are going to use sky gray and just generally go over the skin parts. We can also catch a few details here and there, like for example on this necromancer, you can go over this skull and the skull he's holding in his hand, maybe this chain, just to make it pop out a bit. You take some on the brush, wipe most of it off, and just go over the skin parts like this. And we'll make this one pop out a bit, and maybe some on the cloak, just to catch a few details, nothing more, nothing less, just a few details here and there. And this chain, maybe some on the staff, and this part really stands out of the miniature. So, and for the abomination, we are just going to give it overall dry brush on skin parts. When that is done, we are finished with the gray colors. Now we are going to use white just to highlight a few details on the miniature. Just dab the brush, wipe the excess off, and just go with the parts you feel you want to make stand up a bit, like for example these spikes and maybe his face and this rope that he's going down his belly. It's all up to you what you want to highlight on a miniature. Just go wild, do whatever you wish. And with Necromancer, just go over the skin parts like with the previous color, and maybe highlight a few details here and there, but mainly stick to the skin parts. Finally, we are done with the dry brushing, and now we are going to use the wash to give miniatures some really nice look. As I told you, we are going to use two different set of paints. So first, for Abomination, we are going to use Lementer's yellow and just open it up and go heavily over the entire miniature. Just make sure you cover the entire miniature in glaze. The Abomination is done, and this extra step is totally up to you. You can use different kind of yellow. You can use Cassandra yellow just to give a miniature a few more details here and there. Just soak, you see, just soak the brush with the shade and just go over some random parts just to give it a really nice random look. It will make your miniature really stand out. This is totally optional step. You really don't have to do it, but you can. It gives a really nice result, and maybe use some on a base. And that is it. That is the Abomination. Now let's go over the Necromancer. For the Necromancer, we are going to use Druchii Violet as a base color, and we are, as from the previous miniature painting tutorials, just soak it all over the miniature. Just let it all over the miniature, and you will get a really nice effect. And for the Necromancer, if you want to do this additional step, you take Carabur Crimson and just apply on a few areas you want to make look a bit different. So that was a quick and easy tutorial on how to paint Abomination and Necromancer. If you follow all the other tutorials I gave about Zombicide Black Plague, you should really have outstanding looking game with some miniatures that really pop out on the table. So that was it. Until next time, bye bye.